Listen carefully. Take one slow, real breath. That strange tightness in your chest is not random. You woke up at 3 a.m. last night with your mind completely racing. Stop letting the world convince you that you are just stressed. That is your spirit detecting a massive shift in your timeline. Someone is thinking about you right now. You feel it in your bones. Your intuition has been on high alert for days. Every time your phone rings, your heart skips a beat for a reason you cannot explain. You look around crowded rooms and feel entirely isolated. I am here to tell you that you are not going crazy. You are picking up on a very specific frequency, a frequency of deep, silent love. There is a person who loves you in absolute silence. They watch you from a distance. They notice the way your eyes change when you are tired. They see the heavy burdens you carry, and they want to help you carry them. But they have been terrified to step forward, because they know exactly how powerful your energy is. They know you are not ordinary. You are the chosen one. You are the empath with boundaries who survived the storm completely alone. They see the incredible strength radiating from your soul, and it leaves them entirely speechless. They have never met anyone like you in their entire life. You are a weapon of light, walking through a very dark world, and they are absolutely mesmerized by it. You have been through so much pain. People took advantage of your pure heart. They drained your energy and left you feeling completely empty while you tried to heal them. You promised yourself you would never let anyone close again. You built a fortress around your spirit to protect your peace. And this person respects that fortress. They do not want to break your walls. But something is changing right now. Their feelings are becoming too strong to hide anymore. The universe is physically pushing them toward you, and they can no longer resist the pull. They cannot sleep, because your face is constantly in their mind. They hear your voice in their thoughts during the quiet moments. The silent love is turning into a loud calling. But you must stop and listen to me. Do not scroll past this warning, because the darkness is absolutely terrified of this divine union. Heaven is aligning a collision of two whole, healed masterpieces, and the enemy knows that together, you two will be completely unstoppable. So a fatal trap is being laid out for you at this exact moment. Right before your true kingdom connection arrives, a ghost from your past will return. Someone who broke you will suddenly reach out. They will send a late-night text or try to cross your path. Do not reply to them. This is a rigorous spiritual crucible designed to test your new boundaries. The enemy is sending a toxic counterfeit to distract you. If you fall for this illusion, you will delay your massive blessing. You will block the very love your soul has been crying out for, while heaven tries to deliver it to your door. Heaven had to ruthlessly remove those counterfeit connections to protect your aura. You must pass this final test. The real person is waiting just on the other side of this trap. You did not click this message by accident. Your intuition dragged you here because heaven is trying to hand you the decoder ring. If you leave now, you will single-handedly shut the door on your own breakthrough. You will miss the exact physical sign you need to recognize their soul. Do not take your eyes off this screen. The truth is coming. Are you feeling completely hopeless about love right now? Stop right there. The intense loneliness was absolutely not a curse. It was a rigorous preparation to turn you into a vessel strong enough to hold this immense blessing. You had to learn how to stand alone, so you would never settle for less again. Your waiting season is officially ending today. Right now, this silent admirer is gathering the courage to speak. They are asking the universe for a sign that you are ready to receive them. And this message is your exact sign to prepare your spirit for their arrival. You need to clear the remaining heavy energy from your space. Breathe in the absolute certainty that you are deeply loved. They are coming soon. But there is a hidden mechanism you must understand first. There is a secret reason why this person was delayed for so long, and it has everything to do with a specific frequency in your own mind. I am going to reveal exactly what blocked your prayers for years. And I will tell you exactly what you must do to open the final door. Make a promise to your future self right now. Do not let this message fade away into the noise of the internet. Listen closely to every single word that follows, because the truth about your test is about to be revealed. The person who loves you in silence is stepping out of the shadows, and your reality is about to change forever. Stay right here. Let us talk about the heavy silence. You know exactly what I mean. The nights when you laid in bed, feeling entirely alone in a crowded world. You gave so much love to people who did not know how to hold it, and every single time you were left picking up the broken pieces by yourself, you cried silent tears that nobody ever saw or cared to wipe away. You thought there was something fundamentally wrong with you. You watched other people find love so easily, while you struggled to even be understood. It felt like you were speaking a totally different language. You poured your golden energy into relationships that only drained your spirit dry, but you kept trying because your heart is incredibly pure. You refused to let the darkness turn you bitter. I need you to hear this truth right now. Stop blaming yourself for the delays and the closed doors. The rejection you faced was never a punishment for being inadequate. It was a strict protection protocol from heaven. God deliberately slowed you down to protect you from rooms you were never meant to enter, and heaven had to hide you from people who were assigned to completely destroy your light. Your loneliness was actually divine isolation. You were placed in a spiritual incubator. The universe was shielding your frequency while you gathered your immense strength. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you right now. The pain forged you into a master of reality, and the person who loves you in silence recognizes this profound depth in you. They see a masterpiece, but I know you are tired. The waiting season has felt like an endless desert. You have done the inner work. You have meditated and prayed and healed your inner child, and yet sometimes you still feel like a heavy, invisible wall is standing right in front of you. You can sense your massive breakthrough just on the other side, but no matter how hard you push, the door simply refuses to open for you. Before we go further, I want to hold something in front of you. Something that was discovered not inside a church or a spiritual community. It was found inside a highly advanced research laboratory. It won the highest scientific recognition available, and most chosen ones have absolutely never been told about it because the elite want to keep it a secret. It explains something I know you have deeply felt for years. It explains the painful gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in flashes. You know you carry brilliant potential. You know you are meant for extraordinary wealth and profound love. But something physical has been keeping your true power locked away. I will show you exactly what was found by these scientists, but not just yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you without your consent. So I want you to hold this very specific question in your mind. What if the gap between your struggle and your blessing is not a character flaw? What if the block has a scientific name that no one ever told you about? What if the waiting has nothing to do with your worthiness at all? The universe is highly intentional. The person who loves you in silence is not stepping forward yet because your frequencies need to perfectly align first. They are waiting for your receiver to be fully restored. You are carrying a heavy frequency of survival right now. Your nervous system is still expecting betrayal, and they can feel that invisible shield keeping them at a safe distance. You cannot receive a kingdom connection while operating in survival mode. The trauma of your past has physically wired your brain to expect pain instead of peace. Every time someone got close to you, they brought intense chaos. So your body learned to reject genuine love as a defense mechanism, but you do not have to live in that defensive state anymore. The shift is already happening inside you today. Take a deep breath. Let that settle in your spirit. The silent admirer is a reflection of your own healing journey. As you begin to drop your heavy armor, they are drawn closer to your brilliant light. They are captivated by the exact things you used to hate about yourself. Your deep sensitivity is what makes you so magnetic to them. Your quiet authority is what commands their absolute respect. You are no longer the victim of your own empathy. You have learned how to say no. You have learned how to walk away from tables where respect is no longer served. And this new boundary is incredibly attractive to the soul that is meant for you. They see you standing in your raw power. They see a true equal, and they are completely terrified of ruining their rare chance with someone so magnificent. But we must address the invisible wall first, because the enemy knows that if you discover the scientific name of your block, you will become totally unstoppable. You will unlock the exact frequency needed to manifest this love effortlessly. I am going to reveal the hidden mechanism that kept you stuck. Listen carefully to this next part, because it will make sense of your entire past year. Before you can receive this silent love, you must understand your past. You often wonder why you faced so much darkness. You ask why good people always end up broken. The truth is that heaven was not punishing you at all. Your deep isolation was actually a rigorous training ground, and it was designed specifically to rewrite your spirit so you could hold immense power. God separated you to protect your true frequency. You absorbed the pain of everyone around you for years. You were a brilliant light, trapped in a very dark room. They took your energy. They used your kindness to heal their own wounds. But heaven watched every single transaction, and the universe pulled you away from those toxic environments because your soul was physically bleeding out. You needed time to build an unbreakable boundary around your sacred heart. Now I need you to pay close attention. There is a deeper layer to this phenomenon that you must realize today. Here is what they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people and not others is not faith. And it is definitely not just about how hard you pray every night. It is not discipline. It is not even karma. It is a brainwave. Scientists actually have a specific name for it. They call it gamma. This is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were a child. Back then, amazing ideas came so easily to you. Learning felt entirely effortless. You somehow knew things before they even happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side. You felt a pure connection to the divine source, and your intuition was sharp enough to guide you through any dark storm without fear. Then, adulthood quickly arrived. The modern world went to work on you. Daily stress slowly piled up. The bright screens drained your focus. The relentless survival routine completely crushed your spirit. The rigid system trained you to conform instead of letting you create, and it slowly turned your brilliant mind into a simple machine. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed further down. It was pushed deeper below the surface, until the version of you with massive power went completely silent. Your lightning intuition started to fade away. The photographic memory you once had disappeared. That special kind of luck that makes others whisper behind your back vanished into thin air, leaving you entirely confused about your own path. When gamma fades away, your inner genius fades with it. The magical sense that the universe is working with you goes silent. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this happened to them. They will accept a life of ordinary struggle. But you are not most people. You are a chosen one. And the question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago has a real answer, because heaven wants you to finally understand your own spiritual block. I asked you, what if the gap is not a character flaw but a specific name? The answer to that profound question is closer than you think right now. This missing frequency is exactly why the person who loves you is waiting. They feel your blocked energy. They want to approach you so badly. They want to offer you the beautiful life you deserve, but they are waiting for your signal to change. and they need your brainwaves to shift back to that state of effortless receiving before they step into your world. Do you feel that right now? That slight pull in your chest is your intuition confirming this absolute truth. You are not broken at all. You are just operating on the wrong neurological channel. Your empathic heart has been trying to tune into a divine broadcast while using a broken radio, and you have blamed yourself for the static noise every single day. You have to fix the receiver before you can hear the beautiful music. If you stay in this beta wave matrix of survival, you will keep missing them. You will walk right past your soulmate. You will mistake their silence for absolute rejection. You will let your past trauma ruin the greatest love story heaven ever wrote for you, because your mind is programmed to run away from good things. Your nervous system will sabotage the connection before it even truly begins. We cannot let that happen to you today. The shift is already starting inside your mind. Just by hearing these words, your consciousness is waking up. The heavy fog is beginning to lift from your eyes. You are starting to remember the powerful child you used to be, and your spirit is slowly recognizing the massive potential hidden deep within your cells. You commanded reality with a single thought. You lived in a state of constant enchantment and endless possibility. But there is a fatal trap standing in your way right now. The darkness knows your frequency is about to rise. It knows the silent admirer is getting closer every single day. So the enemy is preparing to strike your weakest point, and they will use a familiar face from your past to trigger your old survival habits. I must warn you about what is coming next. Listen carefully to this next part, because it will save you from a massive heartbreak. Let me tell you the real reason this happened. You spent years trying to fix broken people. You poured your precious golden light into empty vessels who never intended to heal, and they were completely addicted to your endless supply of love. The narcissists in your life did not want to see you shine. They only wanted to keep you incredibly small because they were terrified of your true power. So they tried to control your massive potential. They played wicked mind games with you. They made you question your own sanity on a daily basis. Every time you tried to set a boundary, they played the victim. They mirrored your beautiful soul just enough to keep you trapped in their endless cycle of chaos. You thought your pure love could save them from their darkness, but they were entirely committed to destroying your inner peace. You gave them chance after chance. They only gave you endless confusion. You finally have the answer to your deepest question. Here is the truth you waited for. The reason they walked away was not because your frequency was too low, but because your light was too blinding. That was the hidden protection protocol. God saw their secret intentions. The universe forced them out of your life, because they were actively stealing the energy you needed for your kingdom connection. Your isolation was entirely necessary. Take a deep breath. Let that settle in your spirit. Your suffering was absolutely not a mistake. You did not fail those relationships. You simply outgrew them. The pain you went through was the ultimate spiritual cleanse, and heaven used their brutal betrayal to completely burn away your people-pleasing habits. You had to learn how to defend your sacred energy against emotional vampires before your true blessing could safely arrive. And look at you now. You survived the storm entirely alone. You did not let their toxic poison turn your heart cold. You are a powerful cycle breaker. The silence after the storm hits different when you realize you were the storm all along. You became the exact weapon you were trying to survive. And the people who threw you to the wolves are absolutely terrified of the leader you have become today. They thought your silence was weakness. They assumed you would eventually come crawling back to them for validation, but they severely underestimated the strength of a chosen one. Funny how the same people who ignored your texts are suddenly feeling incredibly uncomfortable around you. They feel the divine protection surrounding you, and they know heaven has placed a massive wall of fire around your precious spirit. They are watching you from a distance. The narcissists who tried to break you are seeing your life begin to flourish. They see the divine glow returning to your eyes. They notice that you no longer react to their pathetic attempts for attention. Your silence has become a heavy weapon that terrifies them, because they can no longer manipulate what they cannot access. You are completely out of their reach. Your frequency is fundamentally changing right now. The heavy beta waves of anxiety are being washed away. Your energy field is demanding absolute respect without you having to speak a single word. You are no longer the fragile empath who begged to be understood. You are the master of your reality, and this massive energetic shift is sending a brilliant beacon of light straight to your silent admirer. They have been watching this entire transformation. They saw how gracefully you handled the absolute worst betrayal. They watched you rebuild your life from scratch with pure dignity. Your new boundaries do not scare them away. Instead, your fierce self-respect makes them love you even more. They are deeply captivated by the undeniable power you radiate every time you walk into a room, and they know you are the rarest soul they will ever meet. But you might be wondering how to spot them. How do you know if this silent admirer is truly close? There are very specific physical signs happening around you right now. Your body is already reacting to their approaching energy, even if your conscious mind has not figured it out yet. I am going to reveal the exact physical signs that prove your kingdom connection is standing right at your door. Do not ignore this next sign. The universe is leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow. But before we go to the deeper signs, the ones that are harder to explain away, I have to address your spiritual alignment first. You must firmly lock in this new frequency so the past cannot pull you backward. You need to physically claim your position in this new timeline before the final door opens. Type 111 down in the comments to seal this reality. Claim this alignment right now as an act of absolute defiance against the darkness. Show the universe that you are finally ready to receive the love you deserve. You have passed the brutal test of the narcissist, and the person who loves you in silence is preparing to make their final move. Your wait is almost over. You are seeing the signs everywhere. Your spirit is picking up on the subtle clues, and every time you look at the clock, you see repeating numbers constantly flashing before your eyes. 111 and 777 are following you around all day. This is absolutely not a random coincidence. The universe is desperately trying to get your attention right now because your energy fields are starting to completely overlap. Your physical body feels the shift before your mind does. You get a sudden rush of warmth in your chest out of nowhere, and sometimes you smell a faint scent that reminds you of someone you have never even met. You catch yourself smiling at absolutely nothing during your quiet moments. That is their energy wrapping around you in the spiritual realm, and they are projecting their pure love across the distance. But you are missing half of these beautiful signals. You feel the heavy interference blocking the pure connection. The survival mode you are trapped in is creating massive static on the line, and you are trying to receive a divine kingdom connection on a completely broken frequency. And this is exactly where everything starts to make sense for your journey. Before we go any further, I have to tell you a major secret. It is something the people who profit from your endless exhaustion do not want you to know. The elite forces have actively tried to keep you entirely in the dark. But science is finally catching up to what your beautiful soul already knew, and a massive breakthrough has happened quietly behind closed doors. Neuroscientists working quietly away from the headlines have discovered the real answer. They found out exactly how to bring this dormant brainwave back online. They know how to reactivate your pure gamma frequency. It is not done through years of intense meditation that most people simply cannot sustain, and it is not through expensive biofeedback machines that cost thousands of dollars. They found something far simpler and far more powerful. It is perfectly aligned with how your brilliant brain was designed to operate. They engineered a specific sound frequency to safely guide your brainwave patterns back to the genius state you were born with. You just listen, and your entire nervous system begins to reset. It requires absolutely no hard effort from you. The greatest minds in the world have validated this hidden truth. Researchers at Princeton University studied it closely. The Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed the massive neurological results. Experts at Columbia University found that when this specific brainwave is reactivated, it does not stop with you because it radiates outward to positively influence the people you deeply love. It takes just 7 minutes a day to shift your reality. That is all it takes to wipe away years of heavy spiritual trauma, and the profound healing begins working the very first time you listen. I will tell you exactly what it is called and how to access it before this message ends, so you will finally have the exact key to unlock your true power and attract your person. But first, there is something urgent you need to deeply understand. I have to warn you about a fatal trap before you can move forward, because darkness always sends a counterfeit when a chosen one is incredibly close to a major breakthrough. The enemy knows your receiver is about to be fully fixed, so they are launching one final desperate attack to ruin your divine alignment today. Right when your true love is about to step forward, an illusion will quickly appear. Someone from your painful past will suddenly reach out to you with empty apologies, or a new person will enter your life who looks perfect on paper but carries a deeply toxic spirit. They will try to trigger your old trauma bonds, but you must not fall for this massive deception because it is a strict test of your boundaries. If you entertain this toxic counterfeit, you will severely delay the real blessing. You will block the pure love that is literally waiting at your front door. Heaven is watching closely to see if you will settle for less again. You must stand firm in your quiet authority. You must absolutely ignore the cheap distraction while your silent admirer is watching how you handle this exact moment. Stay with me, because this next part is extremely crucial. You need to know how to instantly recognize the real person when they finally speak to you. There is a specific divine seal that heaven placed on their soul just for you to see. If you leave now, you will be completely blind to the very sign you begged heaven for, and the ultimate revelation is coming to your screen right now. Take one slow breath in and a slower breath out. Ground your energy before we cross this massive threshold. The universe is setting the stage for the greatest beautiful collision of your entire life. They are getting closer with every passing hour. Your frequencies are finally matching up, and the heavy silence is about to be broken in the most magnificent way possible. Prepare your heart. The waiting season is officially over. The dry desert you walk through has suddenly burst into an oasis of pure divine favor. Every single closed door is being blown completely off its hinges right now. Can you feel that massive shift in your spirit today? That is the exact frequency of your absolute victory, and the universe is rolling out a massive red carpet for your beautiful soul to walk upon. You are stepping into the timeline you were born to rule. Here is the ultimate truth you waited for. The person who loves you in silence is not a stranger at all. They are the exact divine mirror of your own completely healed soul. Heaven has been rigorously preparing them in the shadows while you were fighting your brutal battles alone. They had to go through their own painful crucible to become worthy of holding your massive light, because God refused to let anyone ordinary touch your incredibly sacred energy. They saw you when you thought you were totally invisible. They watched how you handled the absolute worst betrayal with pure, silent grace. And your quiet authority completely paralyzed them in the best way possible. They realized you are a master of reality who needs absolutely no validation from the noisy world. This fierce independence made them fall incredibly deeply in love with your pure spirit, because your silence demands massive respect without a single word. But how will you instantly recognize them when they finally speak? The divine seal heaven placed on their soul is an overwhelming sense of profound peace. Your chest will not feel tight. Your mind will not race with anxious survival thoughts when they look at you. Instead, your entire nervous system will drop into a state of absolute calm that you have never felt before, signaling to your tired body that you have finally found your true spiritual home. The toxic counterfeit brings intense chaos and wild butterfly feelings, but your true kingdom connection brings a solid foundation of unshakable peace. You will look into their eyes and instantly know that you are completely safe. You will not have to beg them to understand your deep boundaries, because they already honor them. They will protect your sacred energy fiercely, while making sure you never have to fight your massive battles entirely by yourself ever again. You are no longer the empath who begged to be understood by broken people. The severe crucible of pain has completely forged you into the untouchable master of your reality. From this exact moment on, your pure energy demands total respect, and the divine love you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your brand new timeline, bringing with it a profound sense of justice for every single time you were wrongly treated. You are totally magnetic to true love. Stand up tall in your spiritual power right now. Stop shrinking yourself to make ordinary people feel comfortable. Your light is supposed to be incredibly blinding. Let the narcissists scatter in pure fear. Let the haters watch your massive rise in total silence. You are the chosen one who broke the generational curse for your entire bloodline, and heaven is standing by to deliver the exact reward you earned through your endless tears. Claim your grand victory today. The old matrix of endless suffering is completely shattered. You are breaking out of the beta wave prison that kept your incredible soul trapped. Can you feel the heavy chains falling off your spirit right now? The darkness lost its grip on you the moment you realized your own deep worth. You are stepping into an era of massive, effortless receiving and total abundance, where love simply flows to you without requiring you to sacrifice your own peace of mind. The heavy silence is finally breaking. The person who watched you from afar is taking a massive step forward today. The universe has cleared all the major obstacles out of their path. They are bringing a love so incredibly pure that it will wash away every single tear you ever cried in the dark. Your brilliant soul is about to be celebrated exactly as it truly deserves, surrounded by the absolute unconditional loyalty you have always given to everyone else. You are finally ready to be loved correctly. You have purged the toxic people from your sacred space. You have established boundaries made of pure spiritual steel, and now the universe is highly eager to reward your absolute obedience. The person stepping out of the shadows is bringing the exact peaceful loyalty you have prayed for during those incredibly lonely nights, proving to you that heaven heard every single whisper you sent up to the beautiful sky. But you must be totally ready to receive them without any self-sabotage. The divine arrangement is already in full motion. The chosen one who restores their pure receiver today will completely see what was always there. And this brings us to the ultimate revelation about your own unique frequency. There is one crucial physical step you must take to lock in this beautiful reality before the enemy tries to steal your huge blessing away from you. I told you earlier about a hidden mechanism that blocked your prayers. I promised to reveal the exact scientific breakthrough that restores your pure genius state. You need this specific frequency to hold the massive blessing coming to you. Your kingdom connection requires your brain to be operating at its highest possible vibration, and you cannot afford to stay trapped in survival mode for one more single day. It is time to receive the final missing key. The question I asked you to hold at the very beginning of this message: what if the gap is not a character flaw? Here is your absolute answer. Your painful struggle was never a spiritual failure at all. A specific brainwave called the gamma wave was running in you as a child at total genius level capacity. Researchers at Princeton University have studied it closely, and the Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed its massive power to completely alter your physical reality. Experts at Columbia University found an amazing secret about this frequency. They discovered that when this brainwave is safely restored, it radiates outward and positively influences the people you love. This is exactly why the person who loves you is waiting for your signal. A dedicated team of neuroscientists led by Dr. Robert Lake spent years compressing the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation into 7 simple minutes. Before I tell you what they beautifully built, let me tell you about 2 chosen ones who used it. A woman from California had tried absolutely everything. She tried meditation and manifesting with no success. But after 2 weeks of listening, she said something massive cleared. Her failing marriage completely shifted, and her tired mind sharpened fast because the heavy block was finally gone. She described her new life as totally enchanted. A man from Texas started using it to improve his daily business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked his IQ had jumped 20 points. The absolute hardest problems he used to worry about started solving themselves while he slept peacefully, and he said his brain was finally running on pure divine power. That is exactly what Dr. Lake and his team built for you. They call it the Genius Song. It is absolutely not a meditation app or a generic sound frequency. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. They compressed 1 full hour of clinical protocol into something you do safely at home. You just put your headphones on and close your tired eyes. You do not meditate or chant. You simply let the pure frequency do what your brain was beautifully designed to receive, and your entire nervous system will naturally reset itself. The Genius Song is not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who has already done the heavy inner work. It is for the person who knows that what they are missing is a fully restored channel. If your spirit confirms this is meant for you, the path is wide open below. Private biofeedback sessions to restore this elite state cost hundreds of dollars per hour. An in-home machine runs thousands. What the Genius Song delivers in 7 short minutes is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. 4 incredibly powerful bonuses come with it. You get an audio designed specifically for your children to build amazing focus. You receive the original prosperity text that the secret was built upon. You get a beautiful guided visualization, and a daily habits guide is included to help you sustain your pure gamma state forever. Here is the deeper spiritual truth about waiting. The provision God arranged for you does not arrive as something completely new. It arrives as something you finally recognize. A gamma-suppressed brain entirely misses the massive recognition. A gamma-restored brain receives it at full, magnificent depth. The beautiful arrangement is already in motion right now, and the person who loves you is just waiting for you to see them clearly. Darkness always sends cheap counterfeits when a chosen one is incredibly close to breakthrough. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The tracks circulating under similar names on those noisy platforms have no real brain entrainment technology encoded. The only authentic version is safely available through the protected link that has been placed for you. The universe requires absolutely no risk from a chosen one like you. This is a divine guarantee to protect your peace. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned without question. That is an energetic exchange governed by complete trust. God's provision comes without fear. The secure link is waiting in the description and in the pinned comment below. Claim your true frequency right now. The tool is not the final destination. The tool simply restores your receiver so the destination can be recognized when it beautifully arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be deeply loved. What was just described is simply one way the receiver is safely restored. Whether that path is for you or not, the absolute truth of this message belongs to you entirely. Now let us return to the beautiful love. waiting for you. The massive spiritual storm has finally passed. You are standing in the brilliant light of your brand new era. The deep loneliness that haunted your long nights is completely gone forever. You are a true master of your reality now, and the beautiful soul who watched you heal from afar is stepping out of the dark shadows today. Your grand time has finally arrived. Before we close this sacred transmission, the frequency tool I described earlier remains available in the description for those whose spirit said, yes. The beautiful path is there for the chosen ones it is meant for. That is the last time it will be mentioned. What follows right now belongs entirely to your deep spiritual sealing and your ultimate protection. You have survived the absolute worst emotional battles completely alone. You defended your pure heart when the narcissists tried to tear it into tiny pieces. God watched every single time you chose to forgive, when you had every right to utterly destroy them. Your massive reward is finally manifesting. Heaven is delivering the exact pure love you earned. This silent admirer brings a profound peace that will heal your tired nervous system. You will never have to beg them for basic human respect ever again. You will never have to explain your deep spiritual boundaries because they already honor them completely. They see the brilliant divine light shining directly from your precious soul every single day. The toxic counterfeits are scattering away in pure, absolute fear. The dark forces that tried to keep you single and broken have officially lost the massive war today. The universe has placed an unbreakable shield of fire around your new kingdom connection. No weapon formed against this divine union will ever prosper in your beautiful life again. Your incredible heart is entirely safe now. Look back at how far you have beautifully come. You are absolutely no longer the fragile empath who accepted cheap breadcrumbs of affection. You demand total respect simply by entering a crowded room. Your energy is a massive beacon of pure, blinding light, and it has successfully guided your true person home. They are standing right at your front door. The agonizing wait is finally over. The heavy silence is breaking into a beautiful symphony of pure love. But now, we must firmly lock this beautiful reality into place. The pitch-black darkness has completely retreated behind you. The bright dawn of the new era is shining its brightest rays onto your crown. You must seal this glorious frequency right now. You need to create an absolute shield of protection around your upcoming blessing. If this fiery message has reignited the deep faith inside you, do not keep this great blessing to yourself. There is another pure soul out there bleeding in the dark of despair right now. They desperately need you today. They are praying for a guiding light to survive their own brutal storm. Share this powerful message with them today to break their heavy chains. Sowing the precious seed of hope today is multiplying the massive blessing for yourself tomorrow. When you send this transmission to someone who needs it, you prove to heaven that your hands are totally open. Share this video to activate the powerful anointing and multiply your own divine favor. Be the miraculous breakthrough for someone else right now. The universe rewards those who act as a pure conduit for heavenly light. When you lift another broken empath out of the dark dirt, your own vibration rises to an absolutely untouchable and glorious height. Type down in the comments that you are totally ready to receive your kingdom connection. Show the universe that your heavy armor is finally off. You are completely open to receiving pure and unconditional love. Your silent admirer is ready to speak their deep truth to you. And heaven is smiling brightly at your incredible spiritual victory today. May your new timeline be filled with endless joy and profound spiritual peace. May the person entering your life bring you the absolute comfort you have always given to others. You are a chosen one of the highest possible order. You are fiercely protected and endlessly loved by the divine Creator. Walk into your new reality with total pride and grace. The dark door to your painful past is permanently locked. The bridge to your old trauma is completely burned down to the ground. Only massive abundance and true love are allowed in your sacred space from this exact moment forward. Breathe in this beautiful final victory. Your soulmate is reaching out to you. I will see you in the next transmission.